Maybe I haven't figured this one out yet, but it seems like a waste of money.
And for this, it is a weapon that will go into the F tier.
To use, it's really just a troll in my opinion, but throwing around
and cost more battery.
And
Kind of
damages
questionable.
enemies a bit more. So it's not quite as useless, but it can get an upgrade or two.
Oh, you're fucking kidding. You're fucking kidding me!
This is a rubber duck. It's one of the more unconventional shop items. It's in the same pool as carts, grenades, mines, and everything else. The first time I saw a rubber duck in the shop, I looked at it and then went to buy like an upgrade probably. So why am I all of a sudden calling it the best and most underused item in the game? Well, to understand that, we should probably know what it does in the first place. The rubber duck is a weapon item, more specifically a grenade, but it doesn't really share any of the traits of grenades other than the fact that it, well, explodes. There's actually two ways to damage enemies with the duck. Both with its explosion and with just throwing the duck at enemies. Since the inflatable hammer only does 5 damage, you'd imagine that the duck only does like 2 damage when it hits enemies. Nope. It does 50. It should technically depend on the speed of the duck, but I could never get it to do less than 50 damage, so I'm just gonna say 50. For reference, the frying pan deals 25 damage. One throw of the duck can deal double the damage that the frying pan deals. Alright, so it can deal damage by throwing. What about the explosion? Well, the explosion deals 250 damage, which is half of the health of the trudge. Obviously, something this strong needs to have a catch. The catch being, you can't control when the duck explodes, and it has a 10% chance to explode every single time the duck quacks. I'm not sure what exactly causes a quack, but you can know when it happens because it'll always take some battery life off. However, while the explosion's tied to the quacks, the fact you can throw it at enemies isn't. And considering the quacks are the only thing that drain the battery life, you can throw the rubber duck at enemies an infinite number of times. As long as the duck comes back to you, you basically have a free 50 damage weapon that you don't even have to be close to the enemy to hit. Along with the fact that the duck is a cheap one-time purchase, why wouldn't you use the duck? Well, other than the RNG explosions, there's one other reason why. This game has physics objects. The duck is also a physics object. When you throw the duck, it'll keep getting speed, multiplying its velocity by 5 every single time it hits a wall. This is generally the main criticism of the duck. It gets really easy to lose and sometimes just wastes all its battery by itself. But you have to note that for every avant-garde with huge rooms and many places for the duck to get stuck and bounce around in, there's a Headman Manor where the duck can cause absolute havoc as long as you keep your items away from it. Along with this, it's useful to note that when the duck is dropped idly, it'll start quacking, making sounds, and moving a little bit. Plus, it has a very distinct yellow glow and appears on the map. The duck is significantly easier to find than any other shop item, except for maybe the cart, because it has a bigger dog. So this criticism is only really bad if you don't know what you're doing. If you use the duck in the right rooms and know how to find it, it gets really good. And that's why I think the rubber duck is so good, everything I just explained. So I hope you can leave this video hopefully grabbing the duck some more on your runs. Don't underestimate it. In fact, don't underestimate any of the shop items. Give them all a try, they're pretty good. But I feel like there's one more thing we need to do. What do the people think of the rubber duck?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
What do you think of this magnificent piece of art? Do you have any
the
questions,
most
queries?
Beautiful thing. Yeah, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What do you think of its beautiful pearly eyes?
I don't even have words for them.
You don't have words for them? Well, you should have words for them because they're fucking beautiful. Yeah, let me talk to a real person. What do you think of this rubber duck? Tell me.
It's very yellow. It's very yellow. It's very beautiful. Very round.
Don't call him fat.
Okay.
What do we say to him?
Hold on.
What do we say to him?
Well, you gotta convert him into a duck.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So
I think you should get some ducks.
how about we show him the duck? We show him the true meaning of life. You know, we tell him that this is what you need in your life.
Yeah. Good work. Hey, I back up.
Hey buddy, you look sad. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Do you want this duck? It can show you the meaning of life. Look at it. Look into its beautiful pearly eyes. Do you know this duck can do 50 damage on impact? Did you know that? You don't seem to know that.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact you don't know that. With this power, I summon 50 rubber ducks!